too narrow for one thing. There's a lot of places that could be upgraded. There's hills and there's narrow where the hills is too.
Too much potholes around it, eh?
There's a lot of places.
No ditches in places?
No ditches at half the ways, there's no ditches down. Sharp turns and only narrow. One car can pass in a good many places. And anyone with children going to school have to go at the act time. So don't be too nice in the winter time.
But is it any different in the rest of the roads around here?
Yes. Some roads paved, almost out around our harbors, and when we can't even get this upgraded. My husband traveled over this road a good many years to his work. I put in many lonely nights watching and waiting to hear from him, see if we was going to get there or not. The road's not cleared and bad and not wide and everything else that goes with it.
Well, the road conditions here in Brookside is not very good. Right now it's about the best as ever I see it. But in the winter time and spring of the year, it's the worst time when there's ice on the road. And the road crossing Rattle Brook up there is a short turn. Then when you get down to the Wargall Hill, there's a brook there with a copper too narrow. And up the hill when there's ice in that, I've been to try that hill a good many times. And then I had to go back because I couldn't make it on the ice. And a good many times I've been to come from Marystown, and even St. John's is about 170 miles away, with the best of driving. And the last mile to get here, I've been had to put on chains when I get over the hill. So I think we would have a better road than that.
Well, I've been traveling the road now for 5 or 6 years, going back far to Marystown to work. It's pretty bad in the winter time, especially going up the hill up here. You get probably halfway up the hill sometime, no guardrail or nothing. You don't know if you're going to go out over or what when it starts coming back the hill last month. And there's a place over here inside of my place in the winter time, no ditch or no culverts or nothing, they're plugged up or something. In the winter time, it all flows over and big holes. You got to almost crawl it over it to get, to get longer, So I think the road is, in poor shape myself.
I'm June Smith. I'm speaking to you from Brookside, a small community on the Burin Peninsula with approximately 21 families. For some time now, the people here have been expressing some concern about the conditions of the road leading from here to Boat Harbour. It's approximately 1.2 miles of dirt road, and weather conditions sometimes makes it almost impossible. The majority of the people here have to travel these roads every morning and evening to get to work, regardless of weather conditions. The road is important because we have to go outside to see a doctor. Most people have to go outside to work except for one fisherman who depends on the trucks to ship his fish to Bain Harbour. There are no stores here, so everyone has to go outside for food and supplies. There is no post office. We have a rural route, and the mail has to be delivered 5 days a week. The teachers has to travel daily to Brookside, and if they don't make it because of road condition, it means the kids have no school. Rattling Brook Bridge is considered by most people to be very hazardous, especially in winter time with small grades and 45-degree turns on both sides. There is only room for one car. Vehicles coming from either side has to stop and make sure the bridge is clear before crossing. Further on down we have a section of road which is in bad need of repair. The road bed is too low and the ditch isn't deep enough. In the winter time the water from the ditch flows over the road and then it's one big sheet of ice. And springtime is full of potholes. It's considered to be very dangerous. There is a large hill, and at the bottom of this hill the culvert is very narrow. In the springtime this hill itself gets very soft, and this makes it very difficult for vehicles to drive over it. This section of the hill is very narrow and has a very high embankment on the outside with no guardrail. There is a spring in the middle of the hill which creates an icy problem in winter.
Well, I think the roads here in Brookside should be upgraded, should be widened out. Kids traveling Jack Mountain on bus, dangerous, especially in winter time. The road gets slippery and icy. Bus got to come down here and go backwards. Sometimes they don't make it, they put on chains. I think there should be something done about the roads.
Well, I think we got very poor roads down here. For instance, the Wargod chair here, I think that he should be cut down to start with. And so it's be a lot easier in the winter, huh? You wouldn't have so much hill to go up and nothing. Ice is the big problem in the winter. There's only a 75% chance that you're going to get up there, and you're going to have use chains then.
In the school bus is pretty rough, and on the other side of the hill here, coming up in the winters, it's awful slippery, and that high bank there, you never know when you're going to come up the hill or go over. The other year, when there was a lot of snow, we used to get to school in the mornings till sometime in the evening. Sometimes we used to get to school at 12. And coming down hill on this side, it gets very slippery in the winter, and you don't know if you're going to get up at the bottom. And the scattered place up there, like going around the bridge, is awful slippery down in the winter. You never know where you're going to go out over the wheel or make it across the bridge or not. Usually inside there don't be that much because we're too frightened to do anything. We're wondering if we're going to go over the bank or stay on the road or not.
Well, there's lots of times you go out the hill and you got to try 5 or 6 times for to make it over the hill, and sometimes you don't make it over the hill at all when there's a bit of snow on and a bit slippery. So I don't think we're looking for any more than we should be looking for to get our trunk road at least upgraded and paved.
We need roads straightened out, curbs took out, ditches made deeper, and the road upgraded and pavement if possible.
We need curbs to get the road and straightened out. We need hills to get it. We need ditches, new ditches put in. We want culverts put in. And in one word you could say we want a whole new road part, or part of a new road part, and wants paved, upgraded paved.
We need hills cut down. We need guardrails, culverts, and on the Deplorable, we need the turn cut down and the hill cut down so you can have a better chance of getting around the turns if it's slippery in the winter.
We request the Department of Transportation and Communication to carry out the necessary repairs and reconstruction of the road to Brookside and to pave this road. We are asking you as Minister of Transportation and Communication to help us in having our roads brought up to a respectable standard. Remember, we are not asking for any more than other small communities in this area have. We just want a decent road that is safe for our men, women, and children who has to travel it every day.